Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 22 News at 4. I'm Christina Demores. We'll get to your top 4 at 4 in just a moment, but first, a look at your commuter traffic and weather. 22 News Storm Team Meteorologist Brian Lapis is here. Brian, happy Friday.
Back at you.
We made it.
We did, and mainly a dry day here today.
Nice.
And you know, the news is not all bad for the weekend. I think all things considered, there'll be more dry hours than wet hours this weekend.
So don't need to cancel plans then?
I wouldn't.
All right,
just
good news.
Yet. Let's take a look at traffic right now. Do have some slower traffic on the Pike, actually mainly westbound. There's some slower traffic westbound between Palmer and Ludlow, and otherwise no major problems. I do want to mention the fact that if you happen to be headed east this afternoon or this evening, the usual slowdown at the merge with I-84, but that doesn't usually take very long. You just got to be patient with that. Otherwise, 91 looks good. Downtown's looking pretty okay. It's looking okay right now. Let's take a look at temperatures, shall we, and show you what's happening. Mid to upper 70s, 77s, Greenfield, Northampton, and Westfield, 74, Pittsfield, Springfield, you're at 78. And as I was mentioning to Christina, we've had generally a dry day. The farther north and west you are, the more sun you've seen. And I think as a rule, we're going to continue with the clouds through the weekend, and at least the chance of showers both days we'll show you with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast.
Brian, thank you. The Northampton fugitive Jude DeMays was arraigned in New Hampshire Superior Court this morning on child pornography charges. DeMays was on the run for almost 7 years, with police tackling him down and arresting him in Ecuador this year. Today in court, he pled not guilty. Northampton police began investigating the 55-year-old in March of 2019 after he allegedly shared a video online believed to contain child sexual abuse material. 6 months later, he was indicted on 3 counts of possession of child sexual abuse material, 1 count of posing or exhibiting a child in a state of nudity. Before police could arrest him, he allegedly fled the jurisdiction. The fugitive was escorted back to the States on Thursday, arriving in Boston. DeMays is expected back in Hampshire Superior Court on August 31st. The search continues for 58-year-old Karen Solomon after 57-year-old Kurt Solomon, an off-duty officer, was found dead inside of her home on Tuesday. Worcester police say Solomon is considered armed and potentially dangerous. This after new video surveillance shows Solomon, who was wearing a t-shirt and flip-flop sandals, repeatedly touching the waistband of her shorts. Police say she was trying to bolster an object that cannot be supported by a waistband itself. Anyone with information on her whereabouts is asked to call the Worcester Police Department. The Massachusetts Department of Correction announced a new digital patient portal program. The project is to provide access to health records via an incarcerated person's department issued tablet at all facilities. Officials say the portal can be used to submit digital service requests and access health resources in multiple languages. The new program builds on the agency's work to strengthen health care and allows patients to have timely action on assistance and appointments. The Massachusetts Gaming Commission reported the state generated over $95 million in gross gaming revenue in the month of July. The money comes from the 3 casinos in the Commonwealth, including MGM's Springfield. Massachusetts has also generated over $65 billion in taxable sports wagering revenue across mobile and online sports wagering licensees. The Commonwealth has collected over $2.5 billion in total taxes and assessments since all 3 casinos opened. Now let's get another check of today's weather with Brian Lapis here. Brian, we're doing well compared to yesterday. A lot of rain.
Yeah, you know, all things considered, depending on where you are, you've seen more sun than clouds, or more the clouds than sun, but not a lot of rain. Let's take a look at it right now and show you what's happening. Temperatures are in the 70s, and you can see it's kind of variable, the cloud amounts, cloud cover over the valley and over the Berkshires this afternoon. As we head into the evening hours, there's still the chance for a isolated sprinkle or 2, but most of the evening is dry. Heath Fair is happening. Westfield Fair is happening. We've also got Free Music Friday at MGM Springfield, and a number of other events that are happening tonight. So if you've got plans to be out and about this evening, be ready. There might be a sprinkle, but mostly it's dry with variable amounts of clouds as we move through the evening hours. And overnight, these clouds will roll back in. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Mostly cloudy day here tomorrow. Chance for an isolated shower, but most of the day is dry. We may even get a little bit of brightening after 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. High temperatures will be in the 70s tomorrow. We'll update our rain chances on 22 News starting at 5.
The 98th Westfield Fair begins today. The annual fair brings agricultural exhibits, live entertainment, livestock shows, and family activities to the fairgrounds. Visitors can enjoy exhibits that feature flowers, vegetables, handmade crafts, and more, which highlights local talent and farming traditions. Families can enjoy a petting zoo, face painting, and hands-on discovery trail activities. The fair will run from today to Sunday. The Healy-Driscoll administration announced $6.6 million in grants to be awarded to 19 early education and out-of-school time programs in the state. The funding will support facility renovations that will create safer and accessible learning environments for children and educators. Officials say the grants were awarded through the Department of Early Education and CARES Early Education and Out-of-School Time Small Capital Grant Program. Multiple organizations in Western Massachusetts, including Community Action Pioneer Valley, received awards. Now for a look at what we're working on for 22 News starting at 5. After several days of testimony, the defense rested its case today in the Lindsay Clancy murder trial. We have the latest developments before closing arguments take place next week. Plus, it's back to school season. We'll share safety tips for drivers as school traffic begins to pick up in the coming weeks, and find out how the town of West Springfield will spend the money awarded through the state's Gaming Commission's Community Mitigation Fund.
A little bit of slow going right now on the Pike eastbound between Palmer and Ludlow. Keep that in mind, and minor slowdowns downtown. Otherwise, traffic seems to be moving along pretty well. Got the usual slowdowns at the I-84 Mass Pike merge east of the valley. There could be a few showers around this weekend, but not a rainout. We'll update with our 22 News Storm Team forecast on 22 News at 5.
Thank you, Brian, and thank you for joining us this afternoon for 22 News at 4. Join us on TV tonight starting at 5. You can get all your local news and weather updates anytime on wwlp.com and the 22 News mobile app.